What is going on, everybody? It's Alex back with another video, and today I want to talk about Rage 2 and why it has me worried. So first things first, I do want to get it out of the way that this is not a hate video on Rage 2. I am very excited for Rage 2 and I want to see it actually be a huge game. I think a game like this has a lot of potential, but I'm also scared that they're really not going to capitalize on it. I feel like over the past few years, we've just gotten game after game that they tell us this is going to be so ambitious, this is going to change gaming, this is going to be huge. And then we end up just kind of getting a mediocre game. You know, it's fun to play for a while, but then it kind of loses interest and you go back to playing the games that you've been playing. I'm just very scared that the same thing is going to be true about Rage 2. There is honestly so much going for this game. I mean, just look, it's an id Software game. They have a wonderful track record with first-person shooters. You know the weapon mechanics are going to be phenomenal. This is actually something to be said about the original Rage. You know, it seems to be a pretty forgettable game. However, the one thing that seems to be a recurring theme is that the weapon mechanics were really ahead of their time in this game. I think it's safe to say that using the weapons, the variety of weapons, everything about the weapons in this game will be really awesome, smooth, and fun to use. There seems to be a lot of personality, including all of the lines that these characters are using, you know, the cheat codes. I think they will add so much to the game, and even the use of actual colors in this game. If you're not familiar, Rage 1 was a very ugly game. There was absolutely no colors, no saturation, anything. It seems like, especially with the different biomes in this game, there's actually going to be a lot of colors, and you can expect somewhat of a beautiful game. I think all of these things are very important and play a huge role into the success of this game. But having personality, colors, and good weapon mechanics really aren't going to make someone want to play the game long term. This is what scares me. I'm more worried that I'm going to spend $60 on this game, be really hyped for it, run through the campaign, have a pretty good time, and then once I complete the campaign, really have no reason to continue playing, and then just kind of move on and go back to what I've been playing before. There's a lot of people claiming that this game is going to be terrible and just write it off. I really think that's stupid. I think this game is going to be really good, but the longevity of the game is really to be determined. In this day and age, $60 for a game is a lot, and people expect to have hundreds of hours worth of gameplay for that $60 price tag. This is why games as a service is a pretty typical model, or just multiplayer games in general. It really worries me that a game like this is not going to have multiplayer, even co-op. I completely understand why they wouldn't have PvP matches or anything like that, because it would just be a side note. I don't think it's worth actually putting a whole dedicated team to make, you know, team deathmatch, but I feel like this is the type of game that I would really want to play with my friends, and you don't even have that option. Again, it's way too early to tell if this is actually going to be a drawback to the game, as we haven't actually gotten our hands on it yet, but I don't really see how being able to play with your friends would ever be a bad thing. I mean, just look at games like Far Cry and Borderlands. These are very similar. Yes, Borderlands is more of a looter shooter, but it's still a campaign-based game where you can run through with your friends. I feel like Rage 2 would be really fun. All the chaotic action, being able to play along with your friends would really add into it. I know a lot of people are saying that single-player games are dead, and I think that's really ignorant. I mean, look at God of War, look at some of the other games, especially that PlayStation has given out. I don't think that these games are dead. However, I don't think that every game needs to be single-player. I feel like every game kind of falls into a category, and certain things work for different games. If you gave me a game like God of War and then allowed me to play with my friends, I think it would just be a really awkward experience. It's been confirmed that Rage 2 will be offering some free updates and some paid content post-launch, but we have no information on what this is actually going to be. But my main issue with this game, my biggest fear, is that there's just going to be a lack of content. I think it's going to be a good game. I think we're going to run through the campaign. But once we beat the campaign, what is there going to be to do? Unless this campaign occupies so much time, I just find it hard to believe it's going to be worth that $60 price tag. Once again, I'm scared for this game because I am a fan and I really just want it to be good, and I'm not 100% convinced that it's actually going to be able to be that good in its current state. But let me know what you guys think. Is this everything you've ever wanted? Do you think this game is going to succeed? Do you think it's going to fail? What do you guys think about Rage 2? Make sure to let me know down in the comments. But thank you guys for the support. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys for the support. Peace out.
Didn't come to my birthday party. Rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. Like, this would be like some